I must say that we are fully prepared. And I say so because we've put in place an effective planning and distribution mechanism. And so some 1 month into the election, we had disseminated all the necessary materials into the field and conducted training for over 240,000 field officials who would be manning and conducting this election. Additionally, for the first time in our history, ballot papers were printed and distributed to the various police armories some 2.5 weeks before the election. And so from where I sit as chairperson of the commission, I say that we are fully prepared. Our officials have been adequately trained, and we have a sufficient supply of materials in the field in readiness for the election come the 7th of December 2020.
So talk to me about the new measures your administration has implemented to ensure the polls are credible and transparent.
What we've done is to strengthen and deepen our processes. And so from the word go, we recognize that elections are a process. It's not just an activity on 1 or 2 days. And therefore, right from the word go, we took steps to demystify our processes and remove the cloaks of secrecy that had shrouded our work. And we did this by setting up a platform that we call the Let the Citizen Know platform and providing them with regular, relevant, and timely updates on our work.
You recently compiled a voter list or register to be used for these elections. There were a whole lot of noise made, but you were able to do it. Tell us what you put in place to ensure that you met that commitment to have a credible register to be used for the elections.
Yes, interestingly, the Commission deployed a completely new biometric verification management solution ahead of this election. And by that I mean right from the building of a new data center and a disaster recovery center to procuring biometric registration kits and biometric verification devices and the software were all done this year. Of course, these processes started last year, but because of the COVID-19 virus, we had some challenges in implementing very early on. And therefore, we initiated the process of compiling a brand new register ahead of the 2020 election in July. But I think it was just a lot of the determination of our teams, the training afforded to them, and the message coming from the Commission. A message of professionalism and efficiency is what trickled down to all our staff members, and they worked to satisfaction.
Can you assure Ghanaians that the elections will meet their high expectations of transparency?
Definitely. And I think we've been transparent and very bare with our processes all along. And the good news is that our electoral process on election day is very transparent. It's an open and transparent process, and it can be observed by all. Today we have some 28 international and local observer groups who are observing the elections. We've also provided accreditation to over 10,000 media personnel, and free of charge. For the first time in our history, we are providing the media with accreditation cards to be able to observe and monitor the elections at no cost. And our processes are open. They are, as I mentioned, they are done in open spaces, and so citizens can observe it. The counting is also done in the open, and you hear those who are counting, they separate and sort out, the ballots for the various candidates, and you hear, if they mention the candidate, you can hear 1, 2, and so it's very open.
Madam Chairperson, before coming to speak with you, I spoke with some officials who work here, not the top officials, and this is what I came up with. I'm going to read it to you. They said, describing you as a transformational leader who has brought so many reforms into the electoral process, right from having a clean, credible register. This is what they say, their words, not mine. Despite the stiff opposition you met, my question to you, Madam Chairperson, is what drives you to take such bold steps or initiative?
Well, I'm driven to see things done properly. And I believe that the register, the voters' register, is the bedrock and the foundation for free, fair, credible elections. And if you have the foundation document, the source document wrong, then you cannot have credible and clean elections. And therefore, my drive is based on my desire to see strong, credible institutions, and institutions that are founded on sound governance principles. And in our case, an institution that is founded on sound governance principles, but sound electoral processes. And so this is what drives me.